Yeah, Archer's in a coma. Oh! Nothing's muted right now. Hello. I'm muting everything. Enjoy this music. What do you have to do, Mike?
I'm the guest host for AnyTube Digest this week. And I gotta.
Oh, is that a spoiler?
Putting all the shit. No.
Oh, good.
What?
Because hello and welcome to the VGRCast, the weekly podcast about anything and everything in between. I am joined by my lovely friends Chris, Ryan, Monica, Mike, and Steve. My name is Kevin, and welcome to the show in the new office. Yay!
Oh God, that was the most unceremonious going live I've ever seen. We didn't even come in anything awkward. What the fuck is this?
I was trying to prompt
say,
something.
Like piss or cum or anything.
I was trying to prompt something and it just didn't happen.
Because I kept saying, yeah, that was normal.
Why is the podcast so late?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, Ryan's shaming himself.
You put the cords away wrong, Ryan.
Oh. Well, yeah, shut the fuck up.
As in, you didn't do any organizing, so we had to hunt through every
We put them in
box.
a box. What organizing could we do?
It's called you wrap the
them
power.
together. Hold on a second. Hold on.
No, Steve, shh. Kevin, go.
As an IT professional, you can very easily keep the cords plugged into the device to make setup much easier.
Yes, until you realize that everything's... No, until you realize everything... Jesus fucking Christ.
No, go ahead.
You realize that when you kept everything plugged in and you tried to put it in the trunk didn't close. So we had to unplug stuff to make it fit in the trunk.
Everything.
Decent chunk of stuff.
Everything was unplugged. There was not a single thing that was plugged in. Not a single...
That sounds like a you problem.
Not a single device was still plugged into anything.
Babe, this was still plugged in together.
Oh, right. The stupid, little Xbox 360 dongle.
All I'm hearing is whining and not being grateful to your friends for packing up your electronics.
We did one trip, motherfucker.
Thanks for the 18 months, Steve. You the real MVP. Second stream, baby. What kind of monster is this?
I did apologize for doing that, though.
He did,
Why did
and I'm
you
grateful.
Apologize?
This is
Because
very
I felt
weird.
bad.
Why?
Because it took us over an hour.
They did take us a long fucking time.
But I do enjoy we did all help move on Saturday and over this weekend.
Transition.
Yes, Chris and I moved, and everyone came over to help. And I'm standing now. Look at that.
Yeah.
Want to see his booty? Oh, wait.
Oh.
There we go.
That's the full frontal.
Twitch,
Oh God.
Haven't actually has to wear pants now.
Community strike.
I always wear pants. That's my secret. No, I always do wear pants.
Doubt.
It's very weird seeing you in the background of Chris's shot now.
It
Yep.
is indeed.
And there is kind of this we can kind of see ourselves a little bit from the angle
over here.
that
Mm-hmm.
that we're at. So that's interesting.
Yeah, well, this just kind of worked out the best,
Indeed.
and I like it. I mean, obviously behind us isn't filled out yet. Hey, thanks for the sub, Chris.
But, hi.
Hype train.
You're welcome.
Holy shit!
If one more person subs in the next 3 minutes,
Unfortunately, I already had my.
or gifts a sub, or uses bits, what happens?
I don't have any bits. Can't do
I
it.
think most of us have the emotes already, so.
Can't do it, Tom.
Can't do it.
I don't know your Twitch language.
Your Twitch mumbo
Anyway.
jumbo.
Seriously, it's like a different fucking language, or yeah.
I feel like I'm missing something. Something doesn't sound right.
Are you itchy?
Oh, holy shit, Nat! Thanks for the sub.
Oh, thanks, Nat.
There we go. There we go. Hype.
She can't go on your... Oh, no, she can't go on your desk.
Boy.
Oh, Danny! Oh, look at the Danny girl. I got to hold my goddaughter this weekend, and that was nice.
You good girl.
She's a very
She will
good
follow
girl.
us from floor to floor now.
Also,
And I'm like, my poor 17-year-old cat.
Oh, you can see her on
right
the
in front
desk.
of
Oh God, it's so cute.
Do you want to put
You can.
that
Well,
actually?
it'll keep her in
Here, I
shape
have
for
you.
sure.
Oh, yeah. It'll
I've
keep
been
us in
wanting her
shape,
to
too.
gain weight.
Yeah, Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think that's necessarily an issue with Danny.
No, she's too tiny.
She is a small lady.
She's not nearly as tiny as Addie, though.
No.
Why are you itchy, Ryan?
Well, we all are apparently, but only one of us actually was.
Oh no, I'm itchy.
Yeah, I don't.
I got bug bites out the
Are
wazoo.
you? Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
still got a few, but
my legs are killing me.
But,
Why are you itchy,
everyone-
Mike?
Did everyone get bit at the bonfire but me?
I didn't get bit.
Mosquitoes
No,
don't
fuck
fucking
both
touch
of y'all.
me, like, ever.
Fuck both of y'all. But anyway,
Like,
So,
massive, though.
Don't mind me, just doing some moving.
this
Well,
is go.
on
I
stream.
think this was okay. So
So there's a
Couple
lot
weeks
to catch up
ago-
on.
yes, so a couple weeks ago, I came into contact with what I believe was poison oak or poison sumac. I believe it's sumac actually because it had like the berries attached to it. So that was my first time dealing with that. And I didn't notice it until at least a day later, so I did not wash up immediately afterwards. So I got all that oils and shit all over me. Straight up, probably like top 5 worst experiences of my life. It was fucking bad.
So
That bad,
just,
huh?
The
just to clarify, what were you doing where
Pet
you would have
trimming.
cut? Hey, okay.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of trees that grow along my back fence and along
Okay,
the
so-
neighbors and stuff. So I cut all the shit that comes over into my yard.
So you're trimming your bush, got it.
God damn it.
But
Good
I like
Monica.
my-
Ironically,
title-
the one part of me that wasn't itchy.
TMI.
Anyway,
I like
so
the title
yeah.
that I used.
Huh?
Anyway, so that started, and it got progressively worse and worse as the first week went on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I guess what actually happens with I guess the oil is called urusol. So what happens with urusol rashes is it doesn't actually spread. It just shows up later, depending on how much you had contact with or something. Because once you wash the oils off, the reaction like stops. But sometimes it takes longer for it to show up. So
Oh.
it just kept. So after a week, it was really fucking bad. I had already gone through an entire bottle of calamine lotion. And then on the 8th day, my hand started swelling up. Like, I was at work, I'm like, my hand feels kind of tense. Oh, no. So I went to a clinic afterwards, and they're like, yeah, this is definitely from the rash. So I got some prednisone, and that stuff is good.
yeah, prednisone's a great steroid.
I got prednisone. I got a tapered dose of prednisone.
Mhm.
I think it was like 60 pills total over 2 weeks, and they gave me some topical cream to go with it. And so I finished that dosage like the last Sunday.
Yeah.
But apparently I may also have either a dust mite allergy or a wood allergy, because as I was building shelves for my library on Thursday, and B,
prednisone.
moving your shit, my hands started fucking burning up with itchiness.
Well, I mean, that's
And I
not
know-
my fault.
Shut up. So and I noticed like later too, like as I was dismantling the desks, like I carried one of your desks under my arm, and then like this area of my arm started getting itchy. So I'm like, well, fucking kill me.
Probably dust mites, I'd wager.
A pregnant
Yeah.
zone. God damn it. Trump.
You can always go to like a derm and get like actually tested to see what you're
Oh yeah,
allergic to.
I'm definitely gonna do that when I have time.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the thing though. So I had, you guys know I used to be like super duper itchy, like all the time, like scratching my skin raw before I managed to get my eczema under control. I developed a latex allergy that I'd never had before when I had
Well.
that. Yeah, so like I had to have like special like gloves at work, but it's my doctor told me that it was because of like a compromised basically the eczema kind of it did something to my immune system where I developed like basically a new allergy. Nowadays I usually don't wear latex gloves just on principle, but I have worn them before with little to no reaction. So it's like once you get the reaction under control, it might just be related. What I'm saying is it might just be related to your encounter with poison sumac might fade with time.
My brain is trying to think. So when did you develop this latex allergy?
I'm pretty sure we were still together. Reasonably certain.
Was your dick ever itchy?
Are you talking about it a while back?
That's how
I think that's what Monica was getting at.
What I was saying.
Haha.
Ah.
Fucking.
Yes.
Wait, yes, you was dick itchy?
Yeah. Actually.
Oh.
Oh no!
Yeah, probably a latex allergy, maybe.
Latex free for
fun
Steve.
fact: they make non-latex condoms.
Yep.
Yes, because people have severe latex allergies.
Like
Fuck
Steve.
the
For the
condom.
record, my hands are still itchy, so I'm going to be still scratching throughout the podcast.
How about you
Scratch.
put like
Well, do you use
lotion
gloves at
on?
work?
Well,
Mike?
yeah, but I haven't had latex allergies. This is specifically in the past 4 days that I've developed it. It's from because when I was building the shelves, I would brush the styrofoam and dust off the wood to make it look nicer. So I was basically rubbing my hand across the whole thing.
If it doesn't get better soon, definitely make an appointment with a dermatologist. Like dermatologists.
Until then, there's Benadryl.
Yeah, and you know what really gets under my skin?
Shut up.
Karens.
Oh my god, this poor topic has been
What
like
was
a
this
month
topic
coming.
even?
I remember what I put this on here because this
Been on
poor
the
topic was meant to be the podcast after Father's Day, but just kept getting cut for time the last couple weeks. So
Oops.
I mean, it's fine because it was a very like casual topic, but essentially, during Father's Day weekend, when my family had went to Portillo's because my dad really wanted a Portillo's hot dog, and
Those hot dogs are dope.
I
Yep.
know Kevin's feelings about Portillo's, which relates to this story.
What are Kevin's feelings about Portillo's?
Because
What are my
remember when we
feelings
had
about
the
Portillo's?
giant discussion about overrated restaurants?
No,
I said Portillo's was overrated.
No, that's my opinion on Portillo's.
Yeah, I love Portillo's.
Oh, I thought that was.
I like Portillo's. Don't get me
Somebody
wrong.
said that they didn't like Portillo's, and the only
The
complaint.
Karens.
Anyway, so the one thing with Portillo's is it does take a while, and I know that was somebody's complaint on here. I thought it was yours, but anyway,
Hey, Patrick.
that there. So I was with my dad, kind of waiting near the counter for the food. And this dude, I'm going to send a picture of this dude to you, Kevin, so you can put it on there.
Okay.
Feels
I
should
honestly,
do that.
yeah. If it's a picture of a stranger,
That's
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah, that feels pretty. We'll look at it though.
Yeah,
I'll-
just
I'll
send it
s-
to the.
Yeah,
I'll
just
just
send
send
it.
it to Twitter chat.
Yeah,
I
drop
think
in the
I
Twitter
sent it.
chat. We'll-
Actually, I sent it to Twitter chat when it happened.
Yeah, but that was
I
like.
don't remember this.
Just
that was months
resend
ago.
Will do. But anyway, so this guy that I'm going to send in. Oh, now I have to dig for it. I'll pull it up and do it. But anyway, so this guy keeps and him and his lady friend keep fetching
Lady
about
friend,
how
the
long
woman
it's
of the night.
taking because
It's Portillo's.
yeah,
how it
exactly.
works.
It's how it works.
it's fresh.
So this motherfucker goes to the counter, grabs the microphone,
That's a male
and-
Karen.
and
Oh, no.
and says, "Can we get some food made over here? Let's go." And I was just like,
Anyone
"Holy
tell him to
sh!"
shut the fuck up?
I would have if my father was not there.
Oof.
Because I'm like, I don't want to I'm not going to engage because I am the spooked, because it's like, who knows, this guy is clearly crazy. And later they were they were talking about later after that happened, like, yeah, we were gonna try to get a refund and blah blah blah. So I guess my the moral of the story was, and it was the first time I ever seen like very explicit Karen behavior in the wild like that.
Hey, thanks for the sub, Patrick.
In the
not
wild.
Yeah, just like not at like work or anything, just out in the open, just such a belligerent Karen behavior. And I was wondering if if any of you had any like Karens in the wild experiences like that.
I had one.
Work stories from Six
Work
Flags
stories
camp?
always. Like, there's several clients that are pieces of work, and I wish we could fire them, but we can't. So.
You had one, Kevin. Go ahead.
I had one where we went to a sushi place with my family. This is not you, Chris, not you.
Oh, okay.
This is something different.
You can be like, are you gonna rat your mom out?
No. No, I mean, but that was legitimate.
No, yeah, I mean,
but
waiting
the
an
thing-
hour,
The thing I was talking about was that we pulled up at the sushi place, right? We parked the car, and we're kind of walking at a normal pace, and then there's this woman who like speeds ahead of us, like almost like running into the door to get in front of us, and she gets inside and she goes up to the front desk and she's like, "I called ahead," and like the hostess was like, "Okay, did you have a reservation?" And she's like, "No, but I called ahead. Aren't I on the list?" And then she was like, "No, we don't put you on the list unless you're here. Otherwise, if your table gets called up and you're not ready, we can't seat you." And then she was like, "Ugh, well, put me on the list." But it was just so like,
All right.
ugh.
When was that?
Like, I wasn't on the list? It's maybe like, I don't know.
Was it before me, or?
We might have been dating. I think it was just with me and with me and my parents. I don't think my brother was there.
So I've got one from like what easily has to be like a decade ago now, before the word Karen even existed.
Well,
Well, I mean, it existed, but like,
Well, the word. Well, you know what I mean.
The
but,
colloquial term of
It
Karen.
was a name, not a term for a woman of significant bitchiness. Or male, I guess. It does either way.
Karen is a
Bitches.
genderless term.
Yes. Okay. So
Kind of at this point, yeah.
Fuckers.
So I was working. I worked at Six Flags in the rides department, and I know y'all have heard this story before. I'm not sure the podcast has. We had a line greeter position at the time because you weren't allowed to even bring like loose articles into line at the rides because Six Flags corporate is fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And got rid of like the little bins you could put your shit in.
Oh, I remember when they
it
did
was
that.
awful. Everyone hated it. Employees, guests. It was.
I mean,
it was the dumbest decision they ever made.
I feel like
Anyway,
that's to prevent theft, but okay.
It probably is. But
Yeah, they
like,
have a good solution now.
It's
Yeah.
mostly so that way on rides so your stuff doesn't fall out of your pockets.
No, I know that,
well,
but
that too. But
well, I mean, the bins is taking away the bins was probably to prevent theft.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
probably too many people were like, "My backpack's
Oh, this
gone."
is my phone. Or
Yeah.
But so I'm forced to enforce this policy that I think is fucking
Forced to
dumb.
enforce.
But you know, being like the 16, 17-year-old I am, I'm just like, fuck it. This
Ryan, we're right
woman,
here. Why'd you share something on Twitter?
Shut up. Just keep going.
This woman, so I'm at line greeter, and this woman just like storms past me into the line, just like, "Ma'am, you can't bring any of that." Okay, well, that's the station's problem now.
Ma'am.
Pretty much.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Pretty much. After a bit, I get relieved, or someone comes and takes my spot, and I go up to the station.
You get to go to the bathroom? Sorry.
Let him tell
No.
the story.
I go up to the station and do a, I don't remember. I was at one of the attendant positions. And the woman finally gets in, sits in the front car holding her backpack in her lap, and where it's like, "Man, you can't bring this on the ride." Huge argument ensues. Refuses to get off the ride. Well, like no matter how much like arguing we do, get off the ride or stow the bag, or anything. It's luckily a supervisor was there and basically just kind of laid down the law. But I was
This
just
cart
like,
will not move until that bag is gone.
pretty much like
That's what you say. Done.
It's just like look, we hate the rule just as much as you do, but but unless you want me to get fired, the bag isn't going on the fucking ride. Get over yourself. pay $1 and stuff it in a locker.
The bag stays, ma'am.
The bag stays with me.
People annoy me.
People.
You know what annoys me?
Dicks.
Oh wait, this
Not having-
Karen stories.
I can't think of any right now.
I don't have Karen stories. I have
we
crazy
did.
ghetto people stories.
Which
So that's like my version of Karen, I guess.
Fine,
may
go
happen
for it,
another
ruin-
time.
Another time?
Yeah, you know what made me annoyed?
Oh god.
Not having media club this week.
Yeah.
Sure it did.
That's a what? Okay, sure.
Yeah, sure, okay.
That's pretty weak.
There was no media club this week because we're in between media clubs.
That's just weak. That was
Just-
a weak
just
transition.
stop.
It wasn't even bad.
What are
It was
we
just-
Because we're
Doing
trying to
next?
move on to the next topic, dude.
what?
Anyways, next up on Media Club episode part 2. Is it segment 2, part 2,
Season
Tell
2.
us what it is.
season
Media
2?
Club 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yes, Media Club 2 Electric Boogaloo is, drumroll please, Sweet Tooth, the
Yee.
Netflix adaptation of the DC comic.
I did not realize it was a comic until
Well, you just said that.
somebody
Oh.
put it in chat.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm going in 100% blind to this one, so
Me too.
This will be
Yes.
interesting.
Me too.
Same.
It's a live action thing.
I just
so
saw it
different.
look super cute.
No, I don't think it's cute. I think it's another one of those like surprising.
Ah,
Like,
yeah. You know, like
gory
Happy Tree
things.
Friends.
Chapter 2. Ooh, I like Chapter 2.
Media Club Chapter 2 Sweet Tooth.
No,
Oh,
I
look
meant
at
like
that.
the character people look cute.
Oh, because they're furries.
And
But yeah, I mean, speaking of media, like we've all been kind of slowly starting going back to theaters and stuff. I think, or at least some of us
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Chris and I went to go see Quiet Place 2 recently, which was really, really good.
we had the entire theater to ourselves, and we had the one with like
Reclining seats.
all reclining seats and like
love that.
ultra surround sound.
Yeah, it was
so
like special surround sound, and it
it
was
was
like
it was awesome.
this was a good movie to see this for.
Also, the fact that we were just by ourselves, it was
Yeah.
great. Literally the only two.
Yeah, and I'm glad. So you were like, we got to be efficient. I'm like, you know what's efficient? That was one of the movies that was going to be on my movie of the week. So perfect.
Oh,
but
okay.
Wait, you hate horror movies.
I didn't go there by choice.
That's fair.
Quiet Place isn't so much. It's not even that horror-y. Like, there's not that many jump
It's
scares.
suspenseful.
It's 100% suspense.
It's
You're
not,
just like,
it's not horror. It's suspense.
Monica would still hate it, and
I-
probably did.
I was like, I like the parts that were story and world building, but once it got to spoop, I'm
to
like, nope. But one of the interesting things, speaking of going back to the movies, that I noticed as
need to swap.
kind of a recent trend, is them, and I don't know if this was a thing when you guys saw it, but there was a little like film thing at the beginning of
yeah, of John.
John Kaprinsky being like, "Thank you for going to the movies," and
Yeah.
there was one of those at the beginning of In the Heights too. I'm like, that's very interesting.
Well, it's because they're desperate. Because
Yeah.
I mean,
Movies are dying right now.
all of the big like AMC and everyone, they pretty much like came out with statements this week saying, now that the pandemic's over, Disney has to stop. Like Disney and HBO, they have to stop this because if they don't, we're gonna die. Like a bunch of movie
Well-
theaters actually like, wrote letters saying that pretty much.
Releasing on their platforms?
Yeah.
Just doing
Well, okay, like I haven't
same day
paid-
release.
I haven't paid Disney a fucking dime for anything. I'm not paying $30 to watch a movie I can wait like 6 months for to watch. We'll watch when it just comes out on the service. Like we watched Raya and the Last Dragon, quite good. Fight scenes were great.
Super cute.
when it
I
came
paid
out,
$30 for that one.
Yeah, same.
What?
Well-
I paid for the premiere access for that one.
I know.
Yeah,
you did.
I'm not going to because I think it's a stupid service. It's also $30 for one movie when I can.
But you have it forever, Steve.
Yeah, still.
It's like kind of like you're buying it on DVD early.
Yeah, or
Well,
just
except
buying it
unless
on
the
Amazon
streaming
Prime.
Unless the streaming service goes away eventually, someday, gets
True.
replaced by something else, then you're shit out of luck.
Yeah, but it was just a very interesting thing to see in as because I saw a couple of movies during the pandemic in that time where like theaters were open, but it was still pretty restricted. And it was a very interesting shift to have that at the beginning of the movie to essentially be like, thank you.
Speaking of movies,
Wait, nope. Me and Vanessa went and saw Black Widow this past weekend. Thank you.
was it good?
As did I.
It was. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a lot. Characters were interesting. David Harbour's fucking great. Action's good. Some feelsy bits at the end.
Thank you for saving time on my movie corner, because that was pretty much everything I was going to say about Black Widow when I saw it yesterday.
It's a Marvel movie. It's not like an earth-shattering Marvel movie. It's generic Marvel movie. It's nice to see Widow again. Get a little bit of backstory on her and like the Red Room and stuff like that. It was interesting.
Yeah, it was very
it's like, see it when you can. No rush or anything like that. Not you have to see it. It's mind blowing. It's good. I enjoyed it.
I saw one clip from like the climax that looked laughably bad. Like
which one?
Compositing.
I've seen what you've seen.
Something blows up. Someone blows up.
You will have to be way more specific.
So,
is it?
Don't give spoilers though.
Glasses?
Yeah.
No, not glasses. It's like something on top of a tower blows up and a character probably dies.
I think I know. Anyway, but
I've seen the same clip, Mike.
It looked fucking awful.
I didn't notice anything. Maybe it was a
Well, it's the whole thing of someone taking a clip and like you can watch it over and over again, so you notice the things.
Exactly, like.
But like when I'm sure when you're watching it in theaters.
I noticed that on one go through. It looked fucking awful.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
There were a couple of a couple of shots like where. Like a vehicle was like crashing through did a crash and it didn't quite move right, but like it's like
y'all
whatever.
are too fucking picky.
But it's just like I'm not gonna be nitpicky about that because like I don't know goes into like special effects shots like that. It takes a lot of time. I don't know. I ain't gonna be picky about it. It looked good enough for me. I don't know. Black Widow's good. Go see it.
But anyway,
Monica's movies.
Well, luckily for me, we managed to cover 2 of the 4 movies that I saw on hiatus, which was Quiet Place 2 and Black Widow. Quiet Place 2 was funny because Nat is like, I want to watch this and you're going, and I'm like, I don't know.
You can tell
And
him
I
no.
You could say no, Monica. It's okay. No means no.
But it was fine. I still it was a net enjoyment, even with the spooky parts. But
I'm not a big fan of horror either, but I like that one.
But what I've been sitting on this joke for almost a month now. So the first movie we had watched was a movie from the early 2000s starring Hayden Christensen. So naturally, we were watching Shattered. We were watching Shattered Glass.
Oh, not Jumper.
Not familiar.
It's based on a true story of. I looked up the name of this beforehand, and I already forgot. Hold on a second.
Has anyone ever seen Jumper?
No.
2008 Hayden Christensen movie.
The New Republic. So
you
it's
made me watch it yet.
It's based on this writer for the New Republic named Stephen Glass, and there was a huge scandal in the late 90s, early 2000s about how he had partially fabricated or entirely fabricated a good majority of the stories that he wrote for the News Republic. And this is gonna be a thing. And it was good. And Hayden Christensen, it's like, oh, you can act at least a little bit when you're given a decent script. Look at you go.
Well, yeah, the prequels are 100% George Lucas's fault.
Yeah, Hayden doesn't like sand.
So he wouldn't like glass either.
No, I was about to say.
Oh yeah, Steve made that point too. Okay,
That's
there it
the
is.
joke.
Shut up, everyone. Shut up.
Glass is made
Shut
of.
up.
Oh, I missed the
Shut
I missed half of that conversation. I'm tired.
I'm still exhausted from the weekend.
But it was very good. The one thing that I noted that I really liked was the fact that with a lot of these based on a true story movies, there is a very bit of melodrama to them in terms of very clear-cut good guy versus bad guy, and us kind of following the one who's the story's based on is the hero. And there's a lot of gray ambiguity to it, especially with the way that Hayden Christensen plays Stephen Glass. It's a very interesting watch. I think we had it on disc, so I can't remember where everything was, if it's currently streaming anywhere, but it's good shit. Would recommend.
That's good.
And then to round it out, this was not one that Nat had picked, but this was a meme within my Clue cast. We had a watch party with Waterworld.
Oh God.
Why?
Why?
Never seen Waterworld.
Because it
It's
was
awful.
a meme within our cast.
It
It's not a
does look like
merman.
It was a huge meme within our cast because if you guys remember
It's not a
from
man who has gills. About
there
the
was a
Earth is
huge
now, like,
debate about where
80%
the
covered in
memes
water.
where the memes yes, it's Mad Max, but it's in water.
Yeah.
Because there's huge debate about where the meme came from. And it was either with Guy's Spick Take as Wadsworth or Brendan as Mr. Green spilling the water on himself. We're unsure. But one of the interesting things is when we were watching Waterworld, we tried out the Amazon Watch Party feature with Prime. It's really neat.
Nice.
The only not neat thing is you have to, like, if it's something you have to pay for, everyone has to, but it is really neat, and it's perfect for a movie like this, where it's just, like, it's not so bad it's good, but it's not a good movie either. It falls in this really strange in-between of like, it's like, you watch it and it starts to be competent, and then somebody says something goofy. Because it sounds like a majority of you guys have seen it, or at least know of it.
Nope.
I have. It's bad.
I saw the Nostalgia Critic review way long ago.
Yeah, we watched it one night.
I saw Angry Video Game Nerd play it on Virtual Boy.
We watched
That
it with my
was one of the
parents.
Oh.
Weird.
Yeah,
And I also know it was. I also know it was the most expensive flop at the time.
correct. It was the most expensive movie made at the time, which was quickly surpassed by Titanic and then surpassed by a bunch of other movies since. The interesting thing though is while it was a financial flop at the time, it managed to turn a profit as of 2013 with video sales.
Wow, they must be so happy. 18 years later, they turned a fucking profit.
Right? With Kevin Costner sinking a bunch of his own money into it. So no pun intended.
Kevin Costner.
Holy shit, Jack Black's in this movie?
Which one?
What?
What movie?
Waterworld?
He plays a pilot.
In Waterworld.
Yes.
All right, babe. I guess you have to watch it now.
Jack Black is also in Mars Attacks.
Honestly, the more interesting thing is the child that is the whole MacGuffin of the movie is played by Tina from Napoleon Dynamite, or not Tina. What's the girl's name with the side pony?
I don't know. I didn't like Napoleon Dynamite.
He was also apparently in Demolition Man.
Wasn't Tina the llama?
Tina was the llama. I actually did know that.
I was thinking that was the first thing that came in my brain, and then after I said that, my brain was like, "That's the llama, you dumb bitch."
Yep.
I don't remember where Jack Black was even. I didn't remember seeing
Jack Black as smoker plane pilot.
Oh, then it was very brief, but Waterworld 2, Fireworld. No, but that's one I would not recommend because it's not a so bad it's good, but it's also not a great movie because it has its moments, but it's also really just not great.
Gills.
There's much like this is gonna be my last thing on it. There is a extended cut of Waterworld referred to as the Ulysses cut. That helps add some things out. It's apparently like a 3-hour cut.
No.
Damn.
No thanks.
It was long enough. It was like 1:30.
Yeah, so but the part of the fun was watching it in Amazon Watch Party and us having that because it has a little chat right next to the movie that you can just chat with and just say goofy things.
Nice.
So that was fun. Waterworld 3, The Search for More Water.
Up next, travel west, young Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, I went on vacation a couple weeks ago to
I'm gonna sit down in a minute.
visit Vanessa.
I mean, your cat took your chairs.
Vanessa's extended family in Utah, the Mormon country.
Utah.
Utah. The Mormons have a giant. Not only do they have a pretty cool looking temple there, they have a giant 30-story office building with like the globe stamped on it that makes it look like the headquarters for some evil villain that wants to take over the world. So it's Mormonism in a nutshell. So we spent a couple days there. Got to meet Vanessa's grandparents. It's pretty neat. Then we trekked out to this national park over in Nevada called Great Basin National Park. No one fucking there. It was great. Tiny ass little town for like a diner which had for food and stuff like that. And we stayed in like this little ranch. It's not Hidden Valley. It's Hidden Canyon Ranch, but it still makes me think of salad dressing.
Salad.
Also, the 3 best nights of stargazing my entire fucking life. It is so dark out there. It's amazing. 100% recommend for stargazing. But yeah, we climbed, I think, almost 3,000 total feet in 2 days. It was yeah. Got to see the only glacier in Nevada. And by glacier, I mean it was a glorified snowpack.
Oh, nice.
at this time of year, but I guess it's a glacier in the wintertime.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening? Stop it.
Chris is blowing up the Twitter chat. For some reason. Why are we on Twitter right now? We're right here.
So I can't say all of these out loud.
I'm gonna mute my...
That's why I was giggling.
Save them for after the
That's fine. I'm almost done.
Almost done.
But yeah, it was a good time. Would recommend checking out.
I'm done. We're good.
Great Basin National Park.
Oh, Great Basin is great.
Wait, have you been there?
Yes. So my family and I would always go. Growing up, would go on like road trips. So like I think one of the very last ones we did was California, and like mostly Northern California because we did a Southern California one younger. So we did Northern California, like and we couldn't hit Oregon, just the way the timing worked out. But yeah, we've been to a lot of the national parks over around the country. So.
Yeah, Great Basin's really cool. It's like it's in the middle of fucking nowhere, so it's very difficult to get to.
We did go to Lake Tahoe. I remember we made it there.
I haven't made it to Lake Tahoe yet.
It was beautiful. It was amazing.
Danny blends right in with Kev's chair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh goodness! Look at her.
Yeah, it's just a void. It's just a void on the chair. We got a demon, he likes to say hello. Crowley has followed us here.
Yeah, I noticed Crowley followed you to one of your lights in your house.
A couple of
I forget
them.
which one it was.
I think
The
there
basement
are.
light was doing it real
the
bad.
lights in the basement.
It was the lights in the
Yep.
basement, and I think that one actually went out. And then now, and now the one that goes into Danny's room is doing it. So.
I mean, eventually the basement's going to be our hangout spot with the
Oh,
bar
does
and
Crowley
everything.
follow Danny then?
Ooh.
What if Danny is Crowley?
What if I'm Crowley?
I wouldn't
love
be.
you, kitty.
I wouldn't be surprised if the cat's a demon.
She's
Don't
a
hurt
good
me.
demon.
She just
glared at you.
because you pet her.
Don't hurt me.
She good demon.
Don't hurt me.
She just glared at you because you pet her while she was grooving.
more.
All right, what's next?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Nah.
More sports.
Boo.
Sports corner.
Zombie's not here, so I can't say,
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Zombie's not here. I can't say anything about the Euros.
Say about. I like Euros. I like the Euros.
Oh,
I
yeah,
watched.
we
I
gotta
followed
hold
the
off on
Euros.
God damn it, zombie!
Followed the Euros.
Stop sleeping at a normal time.
So the
I wanted
Olympics are
Italy to
happening,
win.
So the
and,
Olympics.
No, I wanted Europe to win. Or England.
COVID running rampant with unvaccinated athletes, but that's not stopping the Polish national team for sending home six of their swimmers.
It's coming
Not
home.
because of COVID, but because they sent too many.
I didn't know that was an issue.
That happened?
Okay.
That's gotta suck. That's gotta suck for them though. Hey, you're going to the Olympics. Just kidding. You're fucking not.
He forgot. Shout out to Nashville Predators prospect Luke Prokop to openly coming out yesterday. Now get up to the show so I can get your fucking jersey. The
That's all
NHL,
Lakers,
for
though.
some fucking reason, hired a TikTok influencer
Who?
in an attempt to reach a younger demographic. In the first,
Well, that's cringe.
in
Who?
the first, I don't know who.
Oh.
I don't know, and I really don't fucking care. In the first post this dude puts out since the hire, he's in whatever the TikTok is called, he clearly says fuck the Habs, and this was right before the Stanley Cup final. Now, a little backstory, the Habs was a nickname given to the Montreal Canadiens, paying homage to their French name, Les Inhabitants, because Quebec is French.
Yeah.
But this is the only time in my life that I will ever agree with someone who's a glorified social media manager who will be out of a job in a couple of years because he'll be irrelevant. So yes, fuck the Habs. Shout out to the Tampa Bay Lightning winning back-to-back Stanley Cups. Lightning strike twice. Tampa Bay Lightning defenseman Victor Hedman became the first player in NHL history to score a goal in all 12 calendar months.
Damn.
Neat.
Oh,
How?
Because hockey usually isn't played in July and August. And
Oh,
yeah,
because
I
of
was
COVID?
wondering.
But because of COVID last year and this year, it fucked everything up.
Clever.
And just when you thought I was out of bits for the Maple Leafs, 3 weeks ago, they set the record for longest Stanley Cup drought at 19,787 days.
Jesus
Oh.
fucking Christ.
But I like the Leafs.
Washington Capitals captain Alexander Ovechkin is one step away from defending his PhD dissertation.
Neat.
What's his PhD in?
He's comparing the training aspects, comparing them from the U.S. and Russia
Oh.
and how they're different. This year's NBA Finals will consist only of players who have never won an NBA championship, and this is the first time it's happened since 1971. 1971, coincidentally, was the last year that the Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA Finals, and they are about 12 minutes away from winning another one.
Nice.
As they are playing the Phoenix Suns in Game 6 right now.
Are they
Yeah.
winning?
Oh, it's on right now.
Yeah.
I hope the Bucks
Nat,
win. I think.
Nats, he went to the Brewers game today as part of the bachelor party, and it was originally supposed to be a night game, but because of the Bucks, it got pushed to the afternoon.
Damn. So wait, because I remember watching. We were at a bar and it was the Suns were winning the series 2-0. So the Bucks have won 3 in a row.
Yep.
Damn. Don't call
It's
it a comeback.
It's close right now, so we'll see.
Eddie says tied 79 all.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm seeing the score right now.
Supposedly, Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Tom Brady turned down the Chicago Bears offer when he was a free agent because of cold weather. And after playing in New England for 20 years, that's fair.
Yep.
I'm going where it's warm.
Fuck you, but yep. That's valid.
No, yeah, don't
I
come
like
here.
Tom Brady.
If you want warm weather, don't come here.
I don't think that
We
he's a
would
Trumper.
ruin Tom Brady.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we
Oh
would.
yeah, he would pretty much he wouldn't have won a
die.
single Super Bowl here.
He would die.
Chicago is where quarterbacks go to die.
Before a
Pretty much.
2004 game against the Cleveland Browns, then Cincinnati Bengal wide receiver Chad Johnson, you may know him as Chad Ochocinco,
Chad Johnson's right.
sent the Browns defense bottles of Pepto-Bismol as, quote, they would get sick trying to cover me all day, end quote. The Bengals would lose the game 34-17, and Ocho Stinko would only get 3 receptions for 37 yards and 3 dropped passes.
Wow. You
That's
know
fine.
what? You know what?
It must have worked.
If you're gonna be that cocky, you gotta back it up.
You gotta back it up.
Houston trash Martin Maldonado, after hitting a home run against the New York Yankees, pulled his jersey down from the collar to show the Yankees dugout he wasn't wearing a buzzer, something Houston was accused of in their cheating scandal. Although he's not fooling anyone, especially when you get 1 hit for every 10 at-bats.
Buzzer.
Oh, that's
A
not
buzzer.
good statistic.
I don't know what a buzzer is.
A buzzer.
Like what? It just vibrates? Or...
Yeah.
Oh.
It would be under their jersey, so it lets them know what pitch is coming to swing at it.
Oh, gotcha.
But when you're getting 1 hit for every 10 at-bats, you're not fooling anyone.
You're just not doing good.
You probably should be cheating.
Yeah.
Just saying.
The Oakland Athletics lifted their maximum capacity rules completely a few weeks ago, and of the 63,000 plus seats available in their stadium, the first game that they had with no restrictions brought in about 4,700.
Oakland.
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 It's like
Yeah.
maybe you shouldn't piss off your fan base by openly talking about relocating the team, because you, the rich as fuck owners, don't want to pay for a new stadium and instead want the city to use taxpayer dollars to fund the new stadium.
In all fairness,
Also,
though,
you haven't
right.
done anything recently.
In all fairness, though, the Bay Area takes their COVID restrictions very seriously. So maybe
It's not even. It's not. No, it's not. Well, it's not even COVID. It's just because the owners don't want to pay for a new stadium.
Yeah.
Finally, first baseman for the Baltimore Orioles and badass beater of cancer, Trey Mancini, received an offer from the MLB to compete in the home run derby prior to the All-Star game last week, and he finished second.
Nice. Fuck you, cancer.
It's interesting you bring up the cheating thing because I forget which I'd have to the last out because I went to the Sox game on Sunday
Our boys.
and
Did they win?
yes they did. It was a
Of
very
course
glorious
they
game.
did.
And the last out of the game was against one of the main cheaters on the Astros?
Altuve.
Altuve,
Correa.
yes. And essentially, everyone starts standing. I'm like, Nat, why are we standing? He's like, because it's last out. It's going to be the last. We're so close to one more out.
Yeah.
Why
you
is
stand
everyone
up.
booing? Because Altuve is that bad.
Oh. It was almost a no-hitter.
It was. It was almost a no hitter. It was a very.
Houston only got
incredible
one
game.
hit. Wow. That was a good game to go to then.
Yes, which is why there was a very Nat specifically wanted to see Carlos Rodon pitch, and we were
Oh.
trying to decide between the Friday and Sunday game, and that was highly dependent on which one Rodon was pitching, and we made the correct choice because apparently they lost on the last Friday. So
Approximately
Ryan, were you
how
done
many
with Sports
alcohols
Corners?
Did you have?
Yeah, I'm done.
Did you have lots of alcohols at the game?
me, no.
Really?
At a White Sox game, or just at a baseball game in general, like I have like a beer or two. Because a beer costs like $12.
Oh, that's why you pregame in the parking lot.
How are you gonna get
We didn't
home,
have time to
Steve?
pregame, man. We got fucked by traffic and we were rushing into the stadium.
How are you gonna get home? You gotta get home.
Yeah.
That's why you have a hotel in the city. Gotta play smart.
That's
is so
expensive as shit.
expensive. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Think, Mark.
It all comes. Well,
Monica,
like,
what happened with your family?
a lot of things. This was more of a earlier, like a few weeks ago topic, but the one big thing with especially my dad's side of the family is, since a good majority of us live close together, we get together a lot for like various like going out to dinners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And we had our first big steps of normalcy right before 4th of July weekend and then 4th of July weekend, because we got together for the first time in person since COVID, and then the next week my grandparents had their annual 4th of July picnic. So that was nice to get back to some normalcy. But the more important thing is that my sister and her boyfriend got engaged, which thank you, which is a huge fucking deal. Because if you think 8 years is a long time, try 12.5. So,
oh right,
yes. So that was the big thing, and I just want to. And the one sort of story I wanted to tell is when Dave, my sister's now fiance, was talking to my parents, and essentially was like, "Hey, I'm gonna do it." Ooh. Finally. And it's like, at this point, Dave is practically family, has been for at least 5 or 6 years at this point. So it's like, there was no uncertainty there. And my parents are like, do you have a ring yet? And Dave is like, so my mom's like, wait, I think I have something. So we had an heirloom of an engagement ring that belonged to one of my aunts who has since passed on, that Dave used, and it is very nice. It is really pretty. The pictures do not do it justice of how it looks, and Dave was going to do it when we had our initial Stark reunion of getting back together, and I just realized I said last name on camera. Whoops. Oh well. But the big, and that's when Dave was going to do it, but he was like, I'm too nervous. And even when he was doing it to when he ended up proposing to my sister just that morning in their apartment, he was still really nervous, which is very cute.
Adorable.
That's adorable. You see, when I told Chris's parents, I brought the ring because I went to their place and I was picking up other stuff for the house, but like I was going there and I was like, I need to talk to you guys. And then Chris's dad brought beers and we sat down at the table. It was nice. I showed them the ring. It was really beautiful.
Aww.
I cried.
And then they said no.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They definitely said no. I've been to some.
Oh, that's nice. Fuck you.
Yeah.
but I still love because with Dave, it's very on brand of being like, hey, so do you have a ring? Oh, that was very on brand. So that's all I wanted to touch on with family stuff, because that was a very big deal and a very big step for normalcy for me in the last month.
I mean, nice. I when I proposed to Vanessa, I knew she'd say yes, but I'd still nervous as fuck. I knew she'd say yes because she spent like the past like year, like bugging me to do it. So
it's always nice when that happens.
Yeah.
Insert shitty reggae song about not letting your daughter marry.
That shitty reggae song. I forgot that existed. Even worse, it's white boy reggae, which is even worse than regular reggae.
I have no idea what this is referencing.
Why you gotta be so rude? God.
Speaking of being rude, I'm gonna interrupt you. Is
that what that song's about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have your daughter for the rest
of the lyrics? So
can I have your daughter for the rest of my life? Say yes, say yes. You'll never have my daughter till the day I die. So the answer is good luck, my friend. But the answer is no. Why you gotta be so rude? It's not even like a complicated song, Mike.
I hate that song.
Maybe you just haven't listened to it.
Him.
It's not okay.
I also don't pay attention to most of the lyrics to stuff I listen to.
But you know, you
listen to J-pop.
But you know what you do listen to, Mike? You listen to anime. It's time for Mike's anime box.
It's time for the anime box. Now, truthfully speaking, I have enough shit from the past month to fill an entire podcast. So we're gonna do this
have
sports corner style.
Can we have an abridged version?
So if you have any questions about anything,
Save it for the
I'm
end.
gonna get through it all first. Then we can have Q&A.
Go.
Start with the bad news. That being the anime industry is still completely fucked. For the final episode of So I'm a Spider, So What? And one of the animators had to take to Twitter to explain why the final episode looked like complete shit. And the answer to that was that when they outsourced the in-betweens to a outsourcing studio, when it came back, everything looked like garbage and had to be redone within a week or so.
Oh,
so, unfortunate. Our good old friends at MAPPA are back and being evil again. This time, in regards to pay, an animator on the Netflix series Yasuke reported that he was only offered around 3,800 yen per cut on the series, when the bare minimum is about 4,500 yen. Take off the 2 zeros and turn it into dollars.
That's $38, right?
Yes.
That sucks.
When the bare minimum industry standard is $45. It gets worse because for a few seconds of animation on the most recent Chainsaw Man trailer, another animator was only reportedly paid a few dollars.
Briefly define cut.
Cut like a shot, like a section of footage.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Speaking of the Chainsaw Man trailer, that dropped and looks fucking amazing, but it's MAPPA, so I'm very scared that someone is actually going to die during a production this time. But hey, at least MAPPA bought a bunch of new apartments and furniture for their animators to work in and then die in. Yay. And then, of course, there's Wonder Egg. So the Wonder Egg Priority, the finale, was delayed at the end of the winter season because they were completely behind on animation. By the way, if you want to hear about how the anime industry is becoming more global, you can go watch Anime Lockdown. They have a whole panel. It's basically like virtual panels, like from anime conventions. And they have a whole panel interviewing people from the Wonder Egg crew. Anyway, so the finale for this got pushed back like 3 months, finally aired at the end of June. Haven't seen it yet, but according to Twitter, it was half recap and half barely finished animation that didn't answer any of the questions that they wanted answered by the end of the season.
Rip.
In short, learning about the anime industry is like learning how the hot dog works. Disgusting, unpleasant, and you develop a distaste for pork afterwards.
Was the rest of Wonder Egg really good?
I've only seen the first episode so far, but a lot of people really liked it. But up until it started to fall apart. Like, literally fall apart as in cuts, animation was being submitted, like, 2 days before it went to air date.
Oof.
Yeah. In other bad news, voice actress Felice Sampler passed away a couple weeks ago. She is best known for her voice as Mimi on Digimon, and she also played Old Toph on Legend of Korra.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And apparently she was also a notable soap opera star, having been on Days of Our Lives. So, Felice, you will be missed. Ufotable, the studio known for Demon Slayer and the Fate franchise, was formally indicted for tax evasion in the past week after 2 years of investigation. The studio had claims that all back taxes have been paid time. We'll see what happens. Image files of anime cells have started being auctioned off as NFTs, even though anime cells exist as physical objects in real life. So why not just sell those?
Because NFTs are the new hotness. Fuck NFTs.
In other shitty financial news, there was the AnimeTube Kickstarter scam. So there was a project on Kickstarter known as AnimeTube that was supposedly going to be a free competitor to legal streaming sites like Crunchyroll and Funimation. To quote AnimeTube, "We won't crunchy your roll." To which, and they reportedly were in talks with anime licensors in regards to thousands of anime titles, to which literally every single licensor in the Western anime sphere collectively yelled bullshit and started calling them out on their nonsense. So as of now, the Kickstarter has been suspended. they are looking for further funding opportunities. We'll see what happens from here on out. Cartoon Cypher has a fantastic breakdown of this entire situation. So that's all the bad news, I think. Let's get to some...
say, is there any good news?
Yes, fortunately. In terms of general anime announcements, we've gotten a lot of sequel announcements. Vinland Saga 2, Konosuba Season 3, and there are hints at Mob Psycho Season 3. There were initially people were afraid that Koichi Kikuta, the animation director for Konosuba, was not going to be appearing because the key visual looked a little different, but Kikuta went to Twitter and said, "I'm still on it, by the way." So good news.
Wasn't there something about Tanya the Evil Season 2 or something?
Oh yes, Tanya the Evil Season 2 is also happening. Also, a new anthology project titled Star Wars Visions is in production.
I am so hyped on that.
It is an anthology series that's basically not connected to any main Star Wars story. Essentially, if you've seen The Animatrix or Halo Legends, it's going to be like that. With studios like Trigger, Science Saru, and Kinema Citrus working on projects. In particular, Kinema Citrus Trigger is working on 2 of them, one being led by Hiroyuki Imaishi, which is basically about twins. One becomes a Jedi, the other becomes a Sith. The Sith girl is really fucking hot. And the other one is the final directorial project of Masahiko Otsuka, who is a Trigger and Gainax veteran.
What's he done that I might know
of? He mostly worked on script work and producing, so he's not a huge director, but it's like a lot of stuff, like Gurren Lagann, Panty and Stocking, stuff like that.
Oh, well, I know all of those.
Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 has officially been licensed by Amazon Video, which continues the very long and very complicated fucky history of Ava's licensing in the United States. The question as to what will happen with the first 3 Rebuild films is still up in the air, but many speculate that Funimation will eventually lose the license and it will go over to Amazon.
Well, doesn't
Mamoru
Netflix
hosted
have them right now, or am I...
Save your questions till the end.
Sorry.
Yes. Mamoru Hosoda's most recent film, Belle, premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, and he received a 14-minute standing ovation after its conclusion. Although not all is happy though, as Hosoda apparently had some not so nice things to say about Miyazaki during one of his interviews, in which he's claimed that Miyazaki, quote, does not have confidence as a man and writes women too idealistically, which is pretty rich coming from the director of Summer Wars, in which the main female character's entire personality is love interest.
Oh no.
Golgo 13 recently broke the Guinness World Record for most volumes published for a single series at 201. The series has been running since 1968, and the lead author for the series credits its longevity with the fact that he is just the artist, and he actually has a team of script writers working on the scenarios, and then he adapts them into the story.
So it's longer than One Piece?
Oh, yes.
Wait, what's it called?
Golgo 13?
Golgo 13. It's like a spy assassin kind of thing.
Go 13?
Very James Bondish. In VTuber news, Gargura recently hit 3 million subscribers, passing Kizuna Ai and becoming the #1 VTuber in the world after just 1 year of activity on YouTube.
That's actually kind of cool because she's an English VTuber, right?
Yes. Additionally, she specifically will be receiving a Nendoroid from the Good Smile Company, and all of the HoloLive English crew will be receiving figures from the Pop-Up Parade line. I definitely need to get a Callie figure. I cannot wait. Also in VTuber news, Kiryu Koko has graduated from HoloLive. If you're graduating, essentially means retiring from it. It's mostly used in reference to idols, though it's normally used in a negative sense, as most often idols are forced to retire due to scandals or us not being popular. In Coco's case, however, she very firmly asserted that it was her choice to leave, though the question as to why, though she's keeping it under wraps, seems to have something to do with mental health. So, Coco, we wish you all the best. her graduation stream nearly peaked at 500,000 concurrent viewers.
God damn.
Which is one of the single biggest live streaming records on YouTube for a single individual person. Finally, July has unofficially been dubbed KyoAni month. KyoAni, also known as Kyoto Animation, is one of the most prestigious animation studios in Japan. Last Sunday marked the second anniversary of the KyoAni arson attack, in which 36 of its employees were killed, including Yasuhiro Takemoto, director of Dragon Maid. So, rather than make this entirely a month of mourning, fans have decided to turn this into a month of celebration and encouraging other people to join in and experience KyoAni's works for themselves. My personal recommendations would be Dragon Maid, obviously, Love Chunibyo and Other Delusions, which is a very cute rom-com about very cringe high schoolers. There's Clanad, which is basically the big romance drama header. There's A Silent Voice, which is a movie about a bully reconnecting with a deaf girl that he bullied in his youth and trying to seek redemption from that. KyoAni is known for their very human stories that really get you to feel for these characters. So I would highly recommend checking one of them out this month. Any questions?
There's
crickets outside my window.
Why you like this?
What,
Oh
me?
my goodness.
That was a
There's
lot.
a question I cut off of Steve because for time and I forget what it was.
I thought Netflix had all of the Evangelion stuff right now.
Netflix has the TV series Neon Genesis Evangelion and the movie End of Evangelion. The rebuild of Evangelion is a reboot that Anno has started over at Studio Kara.
Oh.
Is it so it's basically just a reanimation of everything, or is it just like the original?
It is a retelling. It's an entirely new retelling of the story. The first movie is pretty much just beat for beat of the first 6 episodes of the TV series, but once you get to the second movie, it really starts to diverge.
Okay. I still need to watch the End of Evangelion at some point and the last episode.
Yeah, you do.
It's been a while. I just fell off of it after the last episode was just too meta for me, and I'm just like, I don't get any of this.
What was I gonna look up?
Rick.
I don't know. Moving on. Thank you, Mike, for that.
Anime Sith girl make me go feral.
Yeah.
Boy.
Shark girl.
Hold on, let me.
Anime shark girl. Bunka bunka. Anyone got any good moving stories?
None of my own,
No.
but I got.
I mean, you should have some because that literally just happened.
Nothing eventful really happened. It went pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of my moves have been
Nothing exciting.
Yeah, nothing exciting. I helped my brother move out of a fucking skyscraper once, which was hell.
Yeah, good thing we're on the first floor.
Smush everything into an elevator and fuck all of that. That was a long ass day, mostly because it was just me and my brother. Fuck, but I got a pretty dope meal out of it at the top of the John Hancock Tower, so that was neat.
Nice.
Yeah.
So who put moving stories on there?
I put moving stories on there because I figured I'm like, well, we just there was just a move that happened. I was wondering if there was anything fun that happened. Well, fun. That anything happened during this most recent move that you guys have, or like if anyone else had any interesting movie stories.
It wasn't during the move. It was after the move, right? So it was Mike's birthday. And we decided to take him out to Pepe's, and everyone else for helping us move and stuff. So we went out to dinner, and we kind of almost accidentally told our waiter that it was his birthday. And then so there's a video on Twitter. You can go watch it. It's the waiter comes out in
at VGRCast.
At VGRCast, he comes out in a big baby mask, and he like puts a sombrero on Mike and gives him a shot of tequila and makes him drink it. And it's funny. And then like we sing happy birthday and it's great. And he's like kind of like wrapping up and he's like, guys want to get weird?
No, he said he said that. He's like, I got something to show you.
Yes, I was going to show you, but it's kind of weird. And we were like,
yeah.
We like weird. And he's like, I'll bring it back. And he like runs off all excited. And he comes back out with his apron. And the apron's got like big font on it. It says like 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor.
He's like, read it.
But it's got like other things in between. So like Chris is like leaning in to like read it. And then he throws up the apron. And this big like felt like dong just thump.
It was great.
It was pretty funny.
He was so funny.
He was good.
So
I was
My
giving it.
response to that was, my grandpa owned one of those.
So I actually
And that made him bust out laughing.
Yes.
I had a story related to that where we Vanessa didn't drink as much as I did. I was kind of hammered going home.
You think?
Yeah, I mean,
Those tequilas were very strong. Or those
Yeah.
margaritas.
Yes,
were
the
very
margaritas are
strong.
very. Those are the
Cadillac margarita
Cadillacs.
is real
Yeah.
good.
Wow, that kicked my ass.
They were delicious.
So right before we left, I did a shot. So and then we're in the car going home. I'm sobering up as we go along. We get home. I step out of the car. Like a minute later, that shot hits me, and I'm just like, "Oh, I am really drunk again." Like
Oh,
slurring
no.
my slurring my words. It was it was just weird. I've never had a delayed reaction to a delayed drunk to before from a shot I took like an hour ago.
Nice.
It was very weird.
the one moving story I had in mind, well, two. One was when I was moving apartments because of breakup.
Yeah.
That I was working at Fair at the time of moving, so I couldn't help with the move of a lot of the major furniture. So and we just rented a U-Haul and just schlepped things ourselves. And I have this big standing floor lamp, and who was helping was my dad, my uncle, and my cousin Justin. And my dad's like, "Hey Justin, go in the back of the truck and hold the lamp." And he was so fucking excited to go in the back of the truck and hold the lamp to drive like 20 feet.
A block at most.
Nice.
Because it was in the same apartment complex, yeah?
Yeah, it was just on the other side. So
Got
it was funny. And then when I was moving to this place, when I was in my previous place, I had gotten a sleeper couch because you guys have slept on it, or at least I know Kevin and Chris have.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan slept on the cushions of the couch, which apparently.
Yep.
So, and apparently that thing was a bitch to move. And my dad and Dave were moving it, and they had gotten this contraption from my Uncle Steve to like help him move, like this harness to like with a strap underneath to like help kind of lift it up and brace it.
Oh, yeah.
And poor Dave was coming down from bronchitis.
Bronchitis sucks ass.
Yeah, and
I got
he
bronchitis.
like almost died and was that couch was almost killed him. So
Nice.
that was not
nice.
a fun time for Dave.
No, not at all. You know, it is a fun time though. Smart homes.
Yeah, when are we gonna get started on that, bitch?
When we're done unpacking.
I got a smart thermostat. It's we finally got an HVAC guy to install a C-wire so we could actually power a fucking thermostat. Because the guy looked at the thermostat we had installed, was like, well, it doesn't have a regular power source, and it doesn't have a battery. How is this thing even fucking working? Answer: it fucking wasn't, because it kept like blanking out. Anyway, we have like an actual working Google Nest right now, so we can like control our temperature like remotely.
That's what we're probably gonna go with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have everything Google, so.
Would recommend. It's pretty cool. Has eco modes. It learns our habits too, so it'll.
Oh, so you got the expensive one.
Yeah, we got the expensive one. It'll save us money in the long run, though. Hopefully.
Yeah, I feel like getting the expensive one.
I want to do the next step though.
What's the next step?
I want to set up a Home Assistant home. Home Assistant is essentially it's this API or this kind of like it's an AI essentially that it kind of like joins together a bunch of different like smart technologies, so you could have like a Ring doorbell and a Google Nest and like a bunch of other stuff and like Wi-Fi like blinds, like motorized blinds and like automatic sprinklers, and you could have a floor plan. Like you can literally have an app on like a tablet that literally like it displays your floor plan, and instead of like going into an app to click lights on and off, you can just like click each room, turn lights on and off.
Set it to streamer mode, turns on all the LEDs.
You can do that. Yeah, you can do that. There's an entire Reddit for people who do this kind of crap, and like I'm starting to look into it. I'm like, ooh, this could be fun.
Kevin fell down another subreddit hole.
I know, another hobby.
Can you have it be voiced?
I want to look into it because I want it to be Jarvis.
Or specifically Gabriel Iglesias's After Hours.
I'd rather have Gabriel Iglesias.
Why not Gilbert Gottfried?
No.
After Hours was Jim Gaffigan.
Oh. But anyway.
Hours. I want to become famous. I want to be famous. Make me famous. I want to be famous. Let me buy followers.
Oh wait, I think there might have been two. There was two.
Yeah, they both struck like at the same time. Ryan got the band, I believe, followers.
This is how I become famous. I just shake my butt for the camera. Yeah. Except Chris was blocking it.
Well, okay.
Won't be famous. Boop 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 boop. That's how I become famous, right? That's how I get the follows. Come on.
Yes.
My fiance, y'all.
Still, can you have it be voiced by Jim Gaffigan's After Hours?
I'd rather it be
I'm not pee hard.
Okay. Not that.
You thick. That's a lot of C's.
Oh my god.
It's too many C's.
That's the exact actually there's a few Q's missing if we're talking about Nat's family's cat Clyburn, because he a thick boy.
Wait.
Not enough C's.
Wait. Who put what?
Thanks, Steve.
Hughes?
That's how thick he is.
That's how thick.
Okay.
That just sounds obese and unhealthy.
He's not obese. He's thick.
He's just chonky.
Thick.
Show me a picture of the cat and I'll let you know what it is.
Chris will judge hard.
I judge on animal body condition because it's entirely the human's fault. Just like our own body condition.
In fairness, so here's part of the problem of why he's so thick. Part of the problem is that there were two old doggos, now one old doggo, that doesn't finish her food, and then Clyburn show up and be like, "Hey, I see this here. This is clearly for me. Nom nom nom.
This is my food now."
Yeah, so that's the main problem there.
Yeah, I mean, there are solutions, like you get bowls.
I can get into it, but we're not doing it right now. The solution that we did for the brief period of time that we had two cats was get a microchip feeder. Basically, it reads the microchip in their skin and it only opens up for that animal. So if say they get that for their old doggo, and Clyburn tries to go steal her food because she didn't finish it, he can't. Because he's like, what the fuck? It's closed. Oh no.
Yeah, I also sent picture of Clyburn in Twitter chat, by the way. He fake.
I also sent the Sith girl in Twitter chat.
Yeah.
Is a chunky boy.
He's just overweight. He's not obese.
Yeah, he's not obese. He's just thick.
That's an inquisitor.
Yeah.
Good boy.
He is a good boy. He also likes to jump on backs. He also if you happen to bend over, he will be like, "I'm gonna jump on your back now," and he's gotten comfy on my back a lot.
Nice. Okay. Well, I think that we're actually out of topics now. Nice.
Yeah, we did it. This was like one of the most efficient.
Yeah, we got through a lot very quickly. So
yeah, we did good tonight.
But it's also late.
I don't think you get to say we're out of topics when two of them have saved for later next to them.
Well,
yeah, because like it's going on forever.
Well, not
there's a whole bunch of stuff in the bottom half of the topic.
Oh
no.
Wait,
no, we're good.
What's Blockbuster about? Like
we'll figure out next time.
Oh,
it's fine.
It's dead. It's gone.
It's fine. We have topics for next time, and that's fine. So thank you guys so much for joining us. If you're not following me on Twitter, that's where I post all the schedules for the week. Make sure you're following me there. Tomorrow we're doing Gloomhaven. It was moved from yesterday because yesterday we had to set up a bunch of stuff. So tomorrow we'll do some Gloomhaven. Thursday we're going to be taking the day off. Friday, probably back with some Stardew Valley. Maybe the office will be set up a little more. Who knows? So yeah, make sure you're joining us. Make sure you're following live here. Make sure you're following live on Twitter. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Remember to watch Sweet Tooth episode 1 and 2 before next week if you want to talk with us. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm passed out.
Anime Sith girl about to make me go feral. Ooh, ooh, ooh.